Yo, what is up, you guys? This your boy Kadeem. Welcome to another episode of Let's Geek Out. How's everybody doing today? Yo, you see the title, you saw the thumbnail, you already know what time it is. Time for another death battle reaction, y'all. And this time, we got the Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna. And come on, is this really a fair fight? Is this really a fair fight? Wanda is going to demolish. All right, we already know this, but let's go ahead and see who comes out on top in this fight. All right, and I made sure that the sound does pick up for the video, because the last one for Harley Quinn versus Jinx, the video didn't pick up, the audio did not pick up for some reason, but I did get that fixed. Yeah, that was weird. I apologize about that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check this bad boy out in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
The Scarlet Witch, Marvel's Crimson Queen of Chaos.
Zatanna, DC's magnificent mistress of magic.
There are those who wield the mystic arts like gods to reshape creation to their whim.
Basically, I mean, come
there
on.
Are those who just like to put on a hell of a show. Either way, don't mess with them if you know what's good for you. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job
Let's
to
go,
analyze
let's
their
go,
weapons,
let's
armor,
go.
and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Come on, we already know it's gonna be Wanda. It has. I mean, come
Though
on.
we may drift day by day in a world seemingly concrete and eternal, the fabric of reality is in fact more delicate than we might dare to wonder. Imagine every single iota of it. Every
Ooh, I remember
star,
all
galaxy,
that. Oh,
universe,
man, I cannot
all
wait for that
within the
movie.
grasp
Cannot
of a
wait.
single mortal woman to control at her whim. Imagine the danger we're all in if you.
Oh, that was a good
piss her off.
We don't have
man.
to, because her name is Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. As a kid, she and her brother
Boy.
Pietro were poor Romani, who were lucky enough to be turned into super-powered freaks by the High Evolutionary.
Unable to
Yep,
control her apparently
yep.
new magical abilities,
Not
it wasn't
Magneto's
long
daughter.
before Wanda
Surprise.
lost control
Not a
and was
mutant.
branded
Surprise
a
again.
witch.
Right.
Until who would show up but the mutant master of magnetism himself, Magneto. Definitely giving off some big dad energy there.
So, to return Magneto's kindness, she and Pietro joined his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Great name there, Magneto. Solid branding.
And it
Hey,
wasn't long
what
before
you
she
expect?
traded her supervillain creds for a membership with the Avengers, which might have been a bit too much for poor Wanda, because she definitely drew the superpower short stick.
By waving
Yeah.
her hands, Wanda could create small random events known as hexes, subtly altering the probability of any event happening.
That's a cool way of saying she could do like one magic-y thing per fight and then be
Yeah, but her
totally
magic's
useless.
a
An
whole
energy
lot
blast
deeper than
here,
that, though.
some telekinesis there, a force field if she's feeling frisky. Not exactly the same oomph as, say, the God of Thunder or the Jolly Green Worldbreaker.
But something strange was happening. Over time, her hexes increased in breadth and power.
Yeah,
as if there was
for
more
real.
to Wanda's powers than met the eye. She learned to slow and stop time, drain and absorb energy, duplicate herself and
telling
others,
you,
teleport to
bro, this
different
n-
dimensions,
Come
and even
on.
strip others of their powers entirely.
It was almost as if there was
Sheesh.
more to Wanda than just being some random science experiment. Let's ask our resident expert on the deepest trenches of character history. Jocelyn, if you will.
In reality, Wanda's powers weren't entirely the result of the High Evolutionary, nor was she the mutant daughter of Magneto, as he's claimed. Her powers weren't just some simple hexes. She might as well have been a god. Until now,
Basically,
she
her
had merely
powers
been dipping her
basically
toes into
bends
the vast
reality.
ocean known as chaos magic. Though her
Yeah.
powers may have seemed to be the byproduct of science, they were in reality the gift of the Lovecraftian elder god Cthon, who attempted to turn Wanda into his future vessel.
Reminds me of my summers by the sea
Sheesh.
with old Uncle Yogg-Sothoth.
In time, Wanda
I don't care
discovered
anybody
she
said,
could alter the
WandaVision
probability
was
of
top
anything
tier.
she could
It was a
think
good
of,
show.
turning a mathematical impossibility into an absolute certainty, and vice versa. Wanda's powers kept growing and growing, turning her into a being strong enough to rival
Yep.
even the mightiest of gods.
Exactly.
Like, literally, Wanda's chaos magic is counterpart to the Phoenix Force, the embodiment of cosmic
There's
order.
no
You know, that
way
fiery space gem
Zatanna's
that
gonna
can
pick
destroy
up.
the
Is gonna
universe?
stand up to that. No
Wanda
way.
bought it, and even
Like, come
briefly
on.
erased it from existence.
No
At her
more
height, the
Phoenix.
Scarlet Witch achieved total control over energy, the weather, the elements.
And look
your
at
mind,
that.
Your
Look-
body, your
look at the skill set
soul,
on that.
all
Look,
of
come on.
time, all of matter, and all of reality. She can wipe
Sheesh.
you from existence with a thought and rend the very fabric of the universe
Exactly.
as though it were tissue paper.
She isn't even limited to chaos
Bro,
magic either. They
what?
might not have been what made her a god, but the High Evolutionary's experiments did make her more receptive to channeling magical energy. Oh, maybe that's why Mama Boomstick always warned me about redheads.
She's so receptive, in fact, that Wanda
Stupid.
is the lone nexus being of the 616 reality, a focal point for the universe's magical energies,
Whoa.
and one that belongs equally to
That I did not
all
know.
other timelines.
It's no wonder she
Wow.
was considered a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, shit, why wasn't she? She might as well be a walking, talking Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, she
Exactly.
may have the power of a god, but she's still stuck with a human's body that can be overpowered by physically stronger foes. Though, she also survived being shot with a black matter bullet capable of, and I quote, world-shattering energy. So there's that.
She does technically need to be able to think of a spell in order to get it to happen, so she could theoretically be blitzed. But she's also blocked Thor's galaxy-crossing hammer, kept up with dudes like X-Man who can fight within plank time, and even amp her own speed beyond the concept of speed herself.
Despite being far and away the mightiest among Earth's mightiest heroes,
she's
Wanda
built
resented
different,
the
I'll tell you that
pressure of her
much.
incredible power. She actually wanted a quiet life as a wife and a mother.
But because no one in comics is allowed to have a happily ever after, that life was taken from her by literal Satan. Not the last time he'd do this, too. Wanda
Sheesh.
snapped, and she took the multiverse with her.
By tapping into an inconceivable and unknowable pool of energy known as the Life Force, Wanda rewrote all of reality.
Yeah, she
creating a new
did.
universe where life was just how she wanted it.
Yeah.
No matter whose lives she had to change.
Yeah.
In this House of M, she had her family back, but at the cost of her sanity.
And it wasn't long before it all came crashing down around her. Once her family and friends discovered the lie of their new lives and turned against her, she uttered 3 fateful words and erased nearly all of mutant kind.
No more mutants.
Wanda weaved her magic
Sheesh.
throughout all of existence.
Crazy.
Created cracks across reality which spread throughout the Omniverse and threatened to annihilate all of creation, the entirety of Marvel's infinite cosmology. Everything that ever was.
Shit got dark, and while
Bro.
Wanda has worked to keep her powers in check since then, that threat is always there. But honestly, that sounds more like a problem for anyone who's stupid enough to get in her way.
Both a blessing and a curse, a help and a hex. Such is the true power of the
Scarlet Witch. Ooh wee.
Come one, come all, to see the magnificent
Zatanna
Zatanna
Zatara.
For never was there a greater professor of prestidigital performance.
AKA magic! Except
Yeah.
Zatanna's spells aren't just smoke and mirrors, they're the real deal, so you're
That's
really
true.
getting your money's worth.
She learned everything she knew from her father, Giovanni Zatara, who put his powers to good use as one of DC's very first superheroes.
No joke, he's the guy who taught Batman everything he knows about escape artistry. He debuted the same issue as Superman, and the young Zatanna was more than happy to serve as his assistant, learning
Oh, wow.
everything he knew about the cutthroat world of entertainment. Oh, and Cape shit too, but the former is way worse.
She inherited her father's incredible mystical abilities as well. Essentially, anything Zatanna thinks of, she can make real. And she focuses this absurdly powerful ability by speaking her desired effect backwards. Her father based this technique on the diaries of Leonardo da Vinci, who some
Really?
theorize wrote backwards in order to
Okay.
hide his ideas from the repressed.
I'm gonna be real. This
medieval
is
Catholic
kind
Church.
of
Or
my first time
because he
really
was
learning a lot about Zatanna.
left-handed.
Yeah, that's another theory. If you hate fun.
And Zatanna's apparently big-brained enough that she has no problem speaking backwards at the drop of a hat. Like when this one dude kept reversing time in the middle of her sentences. She started speaking in palindromes so that she'd still be
What?
speaking backwards no matter what. I mean, you know
Wow.
what they say, Wiz? Go hang a salami. I'm a lasagna hug.
With her magic, Zatanna has bent the laws of reality to her whims. She's transmuted matter on an atomic level, teleported across dimensions, commanded the elements,
I'm still
removed
I'm still
powers
on Wanda's
and
side. I don't care.
illusions, read and controlled minds, traveled through and stopped time, and
Wow.
can even wipe people from existence with a single word.
It might not seem obvious
Okay,
from that hokey
okay.
Magic Castle getup, but Zatanna is one of the most powerful sorcerers in DC. Like the time she battled the Time Tailor Zor, an old enemy of the Spectre. You know, the Angel of God's divine wrath.
In order to defeat an opponent of such unimaginable power, Zatanna focused her
Okay,
magical light into shattering the boundaries
this is gonna
of
be
reality.
good. This
She
is
reached
going
out
to be
beyond the very
good.
comic panels themselves and pulled Zor's entire magical universe down around him. She literally handled all of reality like it was a sheet of paper and crumpled it in her hands.
That might seem completely incomprehensibly impossible to us, but it's all a matter of belief. Literally, as long as Zatanna believes she can do something with her magic, she'll do it.
As she puts it, her magic is essentially asserting one reality, then replacing it with another. This is similar to other magical characters like Dr. Fate and Green Lantern, whose powers have been stated to work the exact same way.
But it's not like any rando can do magic by wishing on a star. Zatanna is genetically predisposed to this kind of magical reality warping. Her mom was in actuality a Homo Magi, a subrace of humans that are naturally adept at magic.
So it's no wonder that Zatanna became an invaluable member of both the Justice League of America and Justice League Dark. The Shadow the Hedgehog, basically.
Zatanna harnessed an entire year's worth of
I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm still on Wanda's side though, but I still don't know how this is gonna go. This is gonna be crazy.
As powerful as Superman himself. Pre-crisis.
Okay, that makes sense because Superman's weak against magic. That makes sense. Superman hates magic.
In fact, her backward speaking is mostly a stagecraft tradition meant to boost her concentration.
In a pinch, she can cast a spell with a single thought, and I doubt anyone's winning a quick draw with her. She's matched superheroes like Martian Manhunter, who's scanned every mind on Earth in a blank instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe at the completely immeasurable velocity of God.
Zatanna has fended off countless reality-shattering threats like the Eldritch Upside Down Man, Primordial Darkness,
the Upside Down Man,
and the Void Beyond Creation, Pralaya.
This shadow goop lady ate all of DC Comics, all of creation, everything. Gods, demons, rabbits, and spandex, everything. And Zatanna's magic was strong enough to hold her back.
And then, after secretly implanting Swamp Thing inside Pralaya, she weaved a spell within him to literally regrow all of reality back in seconds. Zatanna tricked a being older than God and then
close my mouth
up from the inside with a whole new omniverse. Goddamn Dabra.
I know. I just some of y'all probably thinking, you sure you want to stick with Wanda? You sure? Yes, I'm sure. I am sure. I'm sticking with my girl Wanda. Okay.
And her powers were weak.
This is crazy. I never knew she was this powerful. I never knew she was this strong.
She's a huge daddy's girl.
Despite her amazing career, she has struggled within herself to live up to her father's legacy, especially after his heroic death.
And this MFer has died a lot of times, so Z's therapy can't be cheap, especially after dating John Constantine. Oh, I can just smell the lager and self-loathing from here.
Don't do that.
Oh wait, that's me.
Questionable romance aside, Zatanna is a consummate professional raised on one singular principle.
My whole thing is, she's so powerful. How did she die in the movie Justice League Apocalypse? Like, if she is so powerful, how did she die? Why did she die?
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle with magic.
Yep. Okay. I know. But okay, hear me out. Hear me out. I don't know. I'm sticking with Wanda. Nope, I'm not changing my mind. I'm sticking with Wanda. This is good. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm on Wanda's side. I don't care. Let's go. Let's see.
Thank you. And for my first trick.
Okay. Oh snap. Okay.
What sort of two-bit sorceress do you think you are?
I can't with the accent.
Perhaps I was being generous.
Oh snap, here we go.
All part of the show, folks.
You sure about that? Oh, bunnies. Oh.
Huh?
So, what the?
I'd say this calls for an avenger.
Oh, whoa. So we going JoJo style now, stands? We summoning? What's going on here? And we throwing in cards like Yu-Gi-Oh! Bro.
You know the difference between you and I. Power!
Oh, snap.
Well, I think the difference is presentation.
Oh, snap.
And I know a trick.
What's that behind? What was that behind her? What the? Whoa.
Universes.
You can't run forever. Now make like a magician and disappear!
Hey, chill. Oh, she's pissed. Alright, what you gonna do, Zatanna?
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me.
Whoa.
And for my final trick, Smash it once. No more witches.
Yo.
And that's our show, ladies and germs.
Yo.
Now,
That was phenomenal.
This matchup was like walking on a tightrope. It could fall either way at any
Yeah.
point.
Because at the end of the day, both these ladies could do basically anything with their magic. All they had to
Wow.
do was think and shit would happen. They were totally even. At her peak,
Basically,
Wanda was
they
able
were-
to threaten the stability of all creation.
And at Zatanna's best, she
Showing
was
off
able
full
to hold
power.
back Pralaya, who could
Onto
do
most
the
of
exact
Zatanna.
same thing.
Similar in
despite
power and
some
speed,
differences, the
and more
omniversal
exploitable
cosmologies of
weakness.
Marvel and DC
Would
comics
counter
are
most of
roughly
Wanda,
equivalent
no
in size
downside
and
to
scope.
using full
All that was
power.
left for us to look at
Yo.
was their weaknesses.
While
Yo.
both were as powerful as one another, Wanda needed to tap into the life force to reach that pinnacle, and doing so threatened her sanity.
Let's take a closer look at the events surrounding House of M, where Wanda's powers were at their maximum.
Despite admitting that she was way stronger, Doctor Strange managed to get the best of Wanda with a cool head and a spell that briefly knocked her out cold.
His wits against her
Wow.
mental instability
That's
were enough to
that's
turn the
crazy.
To be clear, this instability
Like they
definitely
said,
wouldn't
it was
affect her
evenly
power. She was
matched.
still strong
Like
enough
it could have
to create
went
a
either
completely new
way.
alternate reality and then erase it just as easily. What it would do is leave her open.
Also, take her No More Mutant spell. As
Mm-hmm.
insanely powerful as it was to affect the whole of Marvel's creation, it wasn't entirely successful. There was still a tiny portion of Earth's mutant population left unaffected.
Really?
Likely due to interference from Strange and Emma Frost.
Against
Oh,
Zatanna,
okay.
who was just as strong and not losing her mind, she wouldn't be able to afford
Doing
that kind
dual
of
monsters,
lapse,
bro.
for
Like-
instance.
On the other hand, Zatanna has managed to maintain her willpower fighting foes just as strong as the Scarlet Witch, so she didn't have the same kind of exploitable weakness.
And remember,
Yeah.
she doesn't actually need to say her spells backwards.
It helps with her concentration, but all her spells come from her mental impulses, just like Wanda. She's consistently pulled off non-verbal spells in
Bro.
the past, even against beings as strong as Pralaya.
In the end, Z definitely had enough experience fighting smart and keeping on her toes to hang with Wanda
Okay.
long enough to get in a finishing blow.
While there were
Yo,
differing
that is
versions of
crazy.
this battle that could have ended with Wanda victorious, Zatanna's cooler head and effortless magic allowed her to prevail.
I
Yeah.
guess you could say Wanda never saw it coming, and Zatanna Maxim offed her.
The winner is Zatanna.
That was a good fight. That was awesome. Alright.
By directly
Who
supporting
we
our
got
team,
next
you
up?
get unique emotes, badges,
Who we got
additional
next?
content, and a bunch more. Click that join button to see more info, and thanks so much for watching.
Next up. Okay. Okay. Really? And there you have it, ladies and gents. Zatanna took the win, and I'm not mad at that fight. That fight could have gone either way. I like I said, I'm more accustomed to Wanda's powers. I never knew Zatanna was that powerful. I really didn't. Like that, everything that they were just describing. Hey, go ahead, subscribe to that channel. You already know. But everything that they were describing was completely mind blown, and that leads to my question. And answer me this in the comments, please. Why did she die in Justice League Apocalypse War? If she was so powerful, if she can do all of that, why did she die? That's my whole thing. But maybe, because it is an animated movie, this and that, had to lead another way. Maybe, I don't know. Hey, you guys let me know down in the comments. But with that being said, this was a good fight. It was a really, really good fight. I'm surprised. I'm not mad at the fight. I'm not mad at it at all. Like I said, it could have gone either way. But you guys, let me know in the comments. Along with that question I asked, what do you think? Did you think this was a fair fight? Did you think Wanda should have better upper hand, or Zatanna was just a better magic user than Wanda? And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more videos that be coming your way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, this your boy Kadeem with Let's Geek Out. Peace.